I'm here with Mark Lee, the consultant practice editor for AccountingWEB and also professional speaker. How's it going, Mark?
Hi, good to see you, Francois.
So, Mark, I think it would be remiss if we didn't address the elephant in the room. We're living in post-Brexit Britain now. What do you foresee any impact on accountants?
I think, whilst it's not the result I might have chosen, I think accountants have got to grasp the opportunities. Any accountants dealing with business clients who might be adversely impacted by the result have a wonderful opportunity to talk to their clients about the financial and business implications and to maybe use those discussions as a springboard for providing business management financial advice to clients over and above compliance services.
It seems it's quite an interesting idea, you know, approaching something that you may in your personal life not have chosen. So for instance, making tax digital also, but also just keeping a professional hat on and seeing the opportunities and seeing how you could help your clients as well.
I think it's very important. Clients trust their accountants, and many accountants who might have been focusing on compliance work in the past have been perhaps concerned as to how they're going to move away from just doing compliance work. And the wholesale change of business confidence that the vote is going to result in, inevitably, is an ideal opportunity for accountants to make sure they have properly considered what the implications might be for clients, and also to ask the clients what those implications might be and what help the accountant might be able to provide in terms of revising forecasts and projections, reviewing management figures, considering the impact on markets, exchange rate differences, importing, exporting. There's a raft of opportunities for accountants servicing clients if they want to do more than simply the compliance work.
And upheavals, political upheavals and social upheavals and all these types of things, are these opportunities for accountants to really demonstrate measurable value to their clients?
It's always a question of providing measurable value to clients, value that clients recognise and accept and require. So when accountants tell me that they provide added value services, I always ask, what does that actually mean? And is the value as perceived by the client? Because that's what really matters. That's what clients will pay for. Only the value that they perceive. And sometimes accountants need to help their clients understand the value because clients don't necessarily appreciate that. One of the perhaps best examples is when an accountant takes on a business startup. If that business person has never dealt with an accountant before, they're not really going to value the accountant services. So how does an accountant help educate clients that have never used accountants to appreciate the value that they provide and that they're not just putting numbers on a form and creating a set of accounts that perhaps nobody's interested in?
And we obviously here today at the Smart Practice Seminar. What your talk is in about an hour, so what exactly will you be talking about, Mark?
I've been asked to talk about how accountants can stand out from their competitors from a practice development perspective. And I'll be running through 7 simple strategies that any accountants can use in order to stand out from their competitors. I'll be sharing some stories about accountants that have done these things successfully, and also some experiences I've had in the past and some of the mistakes that I've made and the lessons I've learned and what we can draw from that so that accountants can choose the way that they want to stand out from their competitors. I'm not one of these people who says you have to do this or you must do that or the world is changing and as a result of Brexit everything's going to be different. We know from all the changes that accountants have had to address over the last 20 odd years that accountants move slowly and can afford to move slowly, adjusting their practices to reflect changing environments. Accountants who are starting up, yes, they have to do things differently, but if you have an established client base, until you start losing loads of clients, you can afford to just take simple steps rather than huge leaps and doing things differently and listening to all the nonsense out there that says you must do this or you must do that. I just don't believe that at all. Take the steps that you're comfortable with, make sure you're moving in the right direction, and make sure you continue to grow as you want to and become as successful as you want to be. Not everybody wants to grow into a multi-million-pound practice.
That's fascinating stuff. Thank you very much, Mark. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Francois. Thank you.